Health leaders in the United States are alarmed about reports that officials at the nation's top public health agency are being told not to use certain words or phrases in official budget documents, including fetus, transgender and science-based. The health community was reacting to a story in the Washington Post which cited an anonymous source who said the prohibition was made at a recent meeting of senior budget officials at the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC. The 7 words and phrases, diversity, entitlement, fetus, transgender, vulnerable, evidence-based and science-based, were not to be used in documents prepared for the U.S. government and Congress ahead of the next presidential budget proposal, the paper reported. A CDC official confirmed they were given feedback from higher ranks of the government at a recent meeting to reconsider certain language in draft budget documents. But she said she did not know if there was any specific prohibition about using those 7 words. She spoke on condition of anonymity, saying she was not authorized to talk about what happened. The Atlanta-based CDC is in charge of responding to infectious disease outbreaks, like Ebola and Zika, and tracking a wide range of chronic diseases and other health problems. For decades, the agency has had a mostly sterling reputation as a source of scientific information. That the agency could be censoring certain language sparked alarm and anger from some public health experts and politicians. House Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi said the reported word ban puts the county further down a dangerous and un-American path of word and no control. Other critics of the alleged language control compared it to the Trump administration's attempts to kick transgender people out of the military. Sandra Galia, dean of Boston University's School of Public Health, said these things matter because the words that we use ultimately describe what we care about and what we think are priorities. If you are saying you cannot use words like transgender and diversity, it's a clear statement that you cannot pay attention to these issues. Here's a word that's still allowed, ridiculous, said Rush Holt, Chief Executive Officer of the American Association for the Advancement of Science, in a statement reacting to the report. In an email to the agency's employees, CDC Director Brenda Fitzgerald noted the media report and wrote, "I want to assure you that CDC remains committed to our public health mission as a science and evidence-based institution." A spokesman at the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, which oversees CDC, said in a statement that it was a mischaracterization to say the CDC was banned from using certain words. However, HHS officials did not clarify or answer any other questions. Since President Donald Trump took office, a number of federal agencies have moved to downscale data collection on topics like climate change and homeless people who are gay, lesbian, bisexual and transgender, and to remove information on such topics from some government websites. The CDC has in the past seemed to signal an interest in less talk and data on certain subjects.